So, what's going on, people? Maybe some of you have been paying attention. You may have heard me talk about how I've been doing a lot of unboxing. Well, not unboxing for shoes, but unboxing for moving stuff, right? Because I got a lot of shoes that are in these big boxes and all that. I've been pulling things out. And I had said a while ago that once I started getting everything together, I was going to go back to some of the shoes that I had never talked about because I bought them way before I started doing this and I didn't even have them. So this is one of those reviews, right? It's gonna be a couple more of these coming over the next week or two. I thought about it originally spreading them out, maybe doing one of those throwback Thursday type things because these are all old. And you might think that that's what today is, given this XBMZ shirt and all that stuff. But no, it's pure coincidence this time around. So anyways, we're not gonna drag this out too much because otherwise I'll start rambling on about Xbox modding and stuff, and who needs that, right? But if you want to talk about that, you know where to find me. So, this right here, right? This is a Jordan 12 box, one of many in my personal collection, because everything I buy is pretty much for my personal collection. I'd say 90%, 95%, something like that. But these, right? So, when did these come out? Well, let's go ahead and pull these out first. Well, I'll give you the side of the box. So, there's all that stuff that I often show you on the side of the box. So these Air Jordan 12 Retro Deep Royal Blue and White, right? For a retail price of $190. And you did see on the side maybe that these were $9.50. Earlier on when I was still new to the whole collecting thing and still figuring out how things fit. And since I wasn't really wearing 12s a whole lot, and I still don't wear them a whole lot, I do buy them a whole lot. These aren't necessarily my ideal size, but they're fine, right? I've worn my flu games a handful of times and those wolf grays and not so much the French blues, but something else has come up a couple times. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get on into this, shall we? Like I was about to say, these shoes came out in November of 2016, and all the shoes that I'm going to be touching on that I never did reviews on, they're all brand new, pretty much. They've never been worn. I don't even know if they've ever even been tried on. But I can tell you they've never been out of the home, that's for sure. And so this is just one of those. So looking over these, they've been pretty much just sitting in this box for almost, well, I guess it'll be 4 years later this year, which is kind of crazy. I need to get these out and actually wear them at some point. It's a lot of blue though. It is. It's a lot of blue. And that's kind of one of the things that kind of made me hold off on wearing them, because I was like, when am I going to wear these? I knew that I wanted them, so that's why I have them. But as far as when I was going to wear them, I figured I'll deal with that part later, right? Step one is step one. Step two, you get to it when you get to it. So let's go ahead and look over these real quick. It's got some stuff on the bottom there. Something from the box, maybe? Yeah, just some paper that was stuck in one of the grooves. So we'll knock out a normal review. No on foot though. I'm not doing it. I just don't want to. These are old enough. If you want to see what they look like, you've probably seen them on feet before. And if you haven't, there are other channels on YouTube actually, believe it or not. And I'm sure one of them has a review of this, an on foot review. But I do not. So, anywho, let's talk about what's going on down here. So that there is the typical Jordan 12 outsole. Nothing particularly special about this one. But as I often say, I do really like that design that they put down in the middle of there. So you've got the deep royal blue all across here, minus that part of course. And then the little white Jumpman that kind of extends onto the tip of the toe. And this little gray block that says 23. If I hold that up there, you can kind of see it. If it'll focus, there we go. There we go. So that's pretty much the bottom of that. Moving off to the midsole here, all that stuff is very much the same. If you've seen enough of my past videos, my Jordan videos, you'll know that probably the bulk of my Jordan videos might be 12s. I'm not really sure. I've only done 10 though, so that doesn't really say a whole lot. Anyways, moving on here. You got the standard style that you see on everything. This time, instead of having something to differentiate, some kind of color to pop out from the rest, nope, none of that this time. It's just all blue all across. This little part that's kind of metallic, this little mudguard style thing, the suede, all the same thing, right? Pretty close to the same shade too. So there's that. So I'm not going to get too deep into it. And then one thing I will say is that these mudguard sides here, they're like the leather style, not like those more recent ones, like the Game Royal 12s or those. What else did I get? The Reverse Taxi 12s. They had that feeling that felt like the upper of the Bulls 12s or the Gym Red 12s, whatever you want to call them. They were just this but red and different material. So these are from way back when they were actually making them with the leather styles on the side. So that was cool. I mean, I'm good with either one, but some people aren't. I'm just not one of those people. I'm good with whatever. And then, of course, you have the typical, the Japanese sun vibe going on there. I think I touched on this before. I know I did. Back when I was off in the foreign land, I went to a Jordan store there out in Seoul somewhere, and they had all the Jordans, not a single 12, because they choose not to recognize that over there on account of their history with Japan. I get it, it is what it is. So anyways, moving on past that, typical Japanese sun thing going on there. Flipping over here, you got the 2 and the 3 down there. Move that out of the way. You got the 2, 3, which is pretty much standard on these. And then the little white jump man again on the top, same as on the bottom, right? So there's that. And then these laces here, nothing special about those. But see if I can get you a little close up here just so you can see the quality. The quality of these overall is really nice in my opinion. This honestly might be the first time I've actually looked at this shoe. I mean, I remember buying them and looking at them briefly like, oh yeah, that is a lot of blue, and probably just putting them back in the box. But this is the first time really looking at these, so see if I can, just show you guys some little details like the jump man's on the little not lace locks, but lace hole things, all that stuff. Those always look pretty cool to me. Then, of course, on the back, you've got that thing which says Jordan, quality inspired by the greatest player ever, with, another Jumpman number 23 on the back. And then as far as the sock liner stuff goes, nothing really different about these that I can think of. I feel like this is how a lot of them are, though this tongue, it does feel super plush on here. You can probably kind of tell if you look at it. It looks like it would feel that way, right? Like some kind of winterized type shoe, and that is how it feels. So I'm going to venture to say that these are probably one of the warmer shoes. I mean, not that any Jordan 12 is really, breathable. I'm just saying that given how this looks, it probably isn't the greatest for the warm weather, but who knows? I'll figure that out one day, because eventually I am going to put these on and wear them wherever. But that day is not today. Otherwise, there would be an on foot right about now. So, what I can say though, as far as wearing these and such goes, the sizing of a Jordan 12, in the opinion of myself, I believe JJ All Day is on board with me, and a few other people have agreed. I can't think of who all they were. One was just some random dude on Instagram, but whatever. They're a little big. They are. They're just a little big. So a 9.5 does not fit like a 9.5. It fits more like a 10, in my opinion. So if you're going to go out and you're going to buy a pair of these, luckily now things aren't really moving so fast. So like say those Flint 12s, those might be sold out in stores now. But when you think about it, they came out in like January, or was it end of this, or sometime? No, I think it was in December. Pretty sure it was in December. Those came out a while ago, right? So nowadays that things aren't moving so quickly, you're able to go out there, look in these stores, try these things on, and see what you think about them, right? But if you don't have that luxury, it's a pretty safe bet, and from my experience, to go half size down of whatever your normal size is. So whatever you wear in a Jordan 1 or Jordan 11, excuse me, drop that down by half, and you're going to be just fine with a Jordan 12. And past that, I don't know what else to say, because again, comfort, nobody cares about comfort if you're buying a Jordan 12, so we're just going to skip that. And that concludes the review. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. So to each and every one of you that is watching this, Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I am going to be back probably soon because I ordered some shoes today and they shipped, and it looks like they're coming from somewhere locally, so I'm guessing I'll get them a lot faster than I expected to. So you might be seeing me with another review tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow. All right, later, people.